Ping can only go flat. Callaway and TaylorMade can only go upright unless you change the cog. Titleist can go a little flat but more upright. But now the Cobra Future Fit 33 system can now go as far upright and as far flat and as far up in loft and as far down in loft independently of each other to help all golfers of all swing types. Golfers, welcome back to my channel. We're talking about the new Cobra Future Fit 33 system with the DS Adapt drivers in 2025. That's right, we have 33 adjustments that can be made with regards to loft and lie angle. All those other manufacturers that I rattled off, they can do it, but however, we've only been able to do 8 to 16 particular adjustments, and typically, they've only been able to go one way. Most of them just go upright or most of them just go flat. Well, now we've got 33 settings, and I'm going to put those settings to the test today in the extreme variances. So we're going to do some testing with the DS Adapt driver, specifically the X model with 9 degrees of loft, and I'm going to try 3 different lie angle settings. We're going to start out in the A1 setting, that is the standard lie, standard loft. We're going to go 2 degrees flat, we're going to go 2 degrees upright, and we're going to take a look at the dynamic lie angle and see if that also changes. Then we're going to go further. We're going to go up in loft, so we're going to go to the 11 degree setting, and we're going to go down to the 7 degree setting, so we can do 4 degree change in loft, and we're going to take a look at launch angle, and we're going to take a look at spin, and we're going to take a look at dispersion, just to see how good this Future Fit 33 system is. Before we get started, please subscribe to this channel. Let's do some testing on this really cool technology. Club fitting and game improvement has got so much better. First off, we're going to put these lie angle adjustments to the test. I'm first going to get some baseline numbers at A1, which is the standard lie and loft. Then we're going to try the A5 setting, which is 2 degrees more flat, and then also the E1 setting, which is 2 degrees more upright. So we've got a 4 degree range to test. I'm curious to see what the dynamic lie looks like. Let's hit some shots. All right, that one was 2.6 degrees toe up coming through. Club face still just a little open. That one was 3.2 degrees toe up coming through. That one I turned over just a little bit more. That one was 3.4 degrees toe up coming through. That one was 2.6 degrees toe up. And we'll hit a 5th shot, and then we'll make some changes. That was a pretty good swing there. That was 3.2 degrees toe up coming through. So we can pretty much say the lie angle was around about 3 degrees toe up as I was hitting at the A1 standard setting. I'm now going to change it. I'm going to change it over to the A5 setting. So let's get this changed over, and then we'll see. So this is going to be 2 degrees flatter. It'll be interesting just to see what the dynamic lie is like as we're at impact. I'd be curious to see if it's close to 1 degrees or not. Yeah, instantly when I put this down, this does look like it sits quite a lot flatter. And I usually like to have my club a little more toe up coming through because I do not like missing right. What do you know? That was right at 0.8 on the lie angle at impact. And that was not a very good shot. That was very far right. At least I turned that one over. But even still, turning that one over, my lie angle was at 0.7. So not far off. Not far off at all so far. That one pretty good. 1.2 degrees on the dynamic lie angle there. I felt like that was pretty close to the middle of the face on that one. 331 distance. Yep, pretty close to the middle of the face. .2 again. And let's hit one more just so we got 5 at each position. And that was at 0.7. Now we have to keep in mind that we're all only human. This is not robotic testing, although fairly consistent on the swing. You can see it changes of about 2 degrees when we go to a club that's, a setting that's 2 degrees more flat. But the results are always going to be different for everybody. But this is awesome because now we can really focus in on quadrants rather than just kind of focusing on trying to make massive changes. So I like having the 33 settings. Okay, so now we're going to test upright. So now we're going to go to the E1 setting. So this will be quite a change from where we just had that club at. So we're talking about 4 degrees more upright. I love this because other manufacturers, they've got the upright, they've got the flat, but they usually don't have both. And having a 4-degree change in lie angle, that's pretty cool. That really is. And then you add on the 4 different heads and lofts and all the different golf shafts and even all the different weights you can put in different spots. There's no way you can't get club fit for the right driver. All right, E1. Yeah, this is definitely more toe up. More upright than I'm used to, that's for sure. That one pretty good. Not bad at all. 4.7 degrees on the dynamic lie. Very close to up 4 degrees from where we just were. Now you know why I like to have a little more upright setting. .6 degrees on the lie angle. And that one I felt like I actually left the face a little open. So I got away with that. Well, my path was out to in, that's what it was. Oh, don't like the path today. It was 5.4 on the lie angle. That was a little more off the toe. That was 4.6 on the lie angle. Let's get one more, so we got a total of 5 per setting here. That one was hit pretty good. It was 5.3 on the dynamic lie. And I can tell you, I'm not changing my setup, I'm not changing my swing, I'm not changing a thing. The only thing that's changed is the lie angle adjustments on the driver. Okay, so here it is, numbers behind me with regards to dynamic lie when we have the 3 settings. As I mentioned, I started at A1 setting, then we changed it over to the A5 setting, which is 2 degrees flatter. Then we went to the E1 setting, which is 2 degrees more upright. So we had a range of 4 degrees. Well, if we look at dynamic lie, you'll see the A1 setting, my average dynamic lie was 3 degrees upright, so 3 degrees slightly toe up. The A5 setting when I was 2 degrees flat, not far off, 0.9, so we're talking a 2.1 degree change. Pretty awesome stuff here. And then, what do you know? We go 4 degrees more upright with the lie angle to the E1 setting, and now the dynamic lie is at 4.9. Now with the driver, we definitely want to be a little bit more toe up than we would be with an iron swing. So really impressive. You can see impact location really didn't change. I was hitting it a little more on the toe side today. That's just what I'm battling here. You can see the efficiency rating and all that kind of stuff. Head speed, all that really hadn't changed much. But what we're seeing here is what can influence flight direction is how these settings with regards to lie angle can be changed with the new Cobra system. This is awesome. This is so exciting as a club fitter. Okay, so now I want to just test loft. So let's see what we can do with regards to loft changes. Okay, I'm moving this. The first setting we're going to do is going to be the C7 setting. That is going to be 2 degrees more loft. So we're changing this 9-degree head up to 11. Then we'll try the G3 setting, which is down to 7. So let's see how we do here with the C7 setting. And instantly this looks like I got a lot more loft on the club. Not just saying that because I increased it, but yeah, this is a lot more loft than I'm used to seeing. That was just a little slightly high in the face, slightly high toe and high in the face. You know, for leaving the face a little open, that thing flew really nice and straight. But what you'll notice is as we increase loft, spin rate goes up. So that one there, the spin rate was at 3,300 on a fairly slight little fade. It's straight, it's in the fairway, but I'm losing a little bit of distance. These seem like some pretty high golf shots that I'm hitting with this driver. Once again, fairly straight, but pretty high launch angle. That was 17.3 on the launch angle. So we're seeing that I'm losing distance. I'll hit one more, so we got 5 shots per position. 2,800 spin. That usually more spin and more launch comes with more loft on the golf club. Yeah, nice and straight. That's 5 out of 5 in the fairway though. So we've always got to play the distance versus dispersion game, essentially. We've got to decide what is more important to a particular golfer. And those 5 were definitely in the fairway, but you'll notice that those 5 purple dots are quite a bit shorter. Okay, so let's go the other end of the spectrum. So now we're going to put this position down to G3. So we're talking about a 4-degree loft change here. A 4-degree loft change, you notice some of those shots I got over 3,000 spin. That's not going to happen with this setting here, because now we've got it set at 7 degrees of loft. I can get away with it at times. I'm not saying 7 degrees loft is good for me, but because my attack angle is quite positive. But if you hit down on it, good luck. So let's see how this performs at G3. Yep, definitely doesn't look like this ball is not going to go very high. See if I can still hit up on it though. My average attack angle was 5 degrees before, so keep an eye on that. It's definitely a much lower ball flight. And then the distance definitely went back up again. And that was a sub 2000 spin, 1964, yes. Launch at 11. But probably my third longest shot I hit today. Yeah, so much lower. So if we're hitting the ball really high and we're battling spin, this is a great, I guess, call it quadrant to be in for a player. But it's only for specific types of players. Loft is usually your friend. We don't have to try and feel like we're trying to help the ball up. That was 2000 spin. And that was low on the face. So the spin should definitely go up on that. That was a bad swing. Really bad swing, probably by far. But yeah, the spin was only 2600. That was a terrible swing, by the way. So you can see low on the face and going right, and you can see I still got away with that because we're talking about a 7-degree setting. Let's not hit that shot again. Yeah, I made sure of that one that I did not leave the face open. That one's like a rocket. Very nice. Yep, 1674 on the spin. That's because that was a little higher on the club face. That was actually slightly above the center line. And this shot right there is why we can sometimes battle a 7-degree setting. That was like a toe strike, high toe, and that ball dove out of the sky, 864 RPMs of spin. So it's great to be able to have these settings. However, if you're not consistent, we're talking that thing had never had a chance to stay in the air. I definitely lost some distance. But you can see, with this setting, you're gonna reduce spin dramatically, and launch is gonna go down there too. Let's take a look at the numbers and see what we can see on the averages. Might be a little skewed just because of the last couple of shots, but let's leave them up there. So here's the comparison on A1, C7, and G3. Remember, C7's more loft, G3 is less loft. You can definitely look up top, and if you look at the ball flight, the G3, the green line, definitely a much flatter trajectory. If you look at the purple trajectory with more loft, you can see a much higher trajectory. In the A1 setting, you can see the red trajectory. It was right in the middle there. If we look at dispersion is really important. G3, yes, I probably hit my longest shot with that setting. However, you'll notice that circle is much larger. Now, 5 shots with each one. No mishits have been eliminated, but you can definitely see that dispersion is a lot wilder. Ball speed was also the fastest. So the lower the loft you get, essentially the lower the launch, the faster the ball speed and the lower the spin. And you can see about 3 miles an hour faster ball speed with the G3 setting. So 165 to 159. So that's quite a range when we're talking about a 4-degree loft change. Launch angle, basically 4-degree change in launch from 12.3 to 16.6. So really good across the board here. You can see spin on average. You can see when I had more loft, 2759, less loft, 1873, and in the middle, 2251 with regards to spin. And then, yeah, I think the standard deviation is probably the biggest takeaway is, yes, you can gain more distance with less loft on a golf club, but what's it going to do on your miss hits? And that's what we noticed. The standard deviation, the miss left, the miss right is important to talk about. But it did go longer. So if all you care about is distance, if you can hit up on it, obviously a lower lofted setting is going to help you with your golf game. I think this is a good place to stop. This is really impressive by Cobra the FutureFit33, 33 loft and lie adjustments. I'm a firm believer that I think other manufacturers will probably follow suit, but we're not going to always test 33 spots. A golfer is going to fit more into a certain quadrant or area, but you can see how we can definitely make some major changes. We did the extremes today, but we might not need to do extremes with certain golfers. And if you're a better golfer, obviously you can definitely fine tune and spend more time fine tuning those numbers. And if you need more help, that's when you can work on expanding the ranges and seeing what happens with regards to loft and lie angle changes. I think Cobra's knocked it out of the park with the FutureFit33 with their DS Adapt drivers. Let me know what you think. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.